Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Jody. If you're new here, so glad you stopped by. I love all things makeup and I love today's video. Why? Because it is Friday Face Off. If you've never seen a Friday Face Off, I hope you enjoy it. It's a series that I've been doing for, almost 2 years now, where we take two products by well-known brands that are the same type of product. Maybe the price point's a little different, but the marketing claims are very similar. We wear them side by side. I wear them side by side. I say we because we're such a community here. We wear them side by side, go through the products, go through what the marketing says, what the application is like, and then a wear test. Today, you're in for a treat because it is summertime, and one of the big trends for summer is big fluffy brows. I feel like that's been a trend for a while, and I am here for it. I wish this trend would have been in when I was in my 20s. I'd have more brows to participate in this trend, but today's products, clear brow gels, are here to help save the day. So today's Friday Face Off, I'm taking the e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel. It has a clear mascara and a clear brow for $3 up against a very popular clear brow gel. That's right, the one by Benefit. Now this one sells for $15, but it comes in a larger size for $26. I like to use the travel size of anything that I'm going to be applying in an area where it may pick up bacteria, especially around my eyes, because I just feel like the application process lends itself to getting product off your skin, thus bacteria, putting it back in the container, and doing that over a course of a couple months. I'd rather use this quicker, throw it away, and then get a bigger one and just have that much more bacteria. That's a personal thing. It is more expensive to do it this way because you go through them faster, and this is $15 versus you get almost twice as much for $26. So yes, it's a little more expensive. Let's get into these two clear brow gels because not only do these help sweat-proof your brows, they also give a groomed look. And with one of the hottest trends this summer being that spiky groomed look, which is a little bit too aggressive for me at my age, but I do want to maximize the height of whatever sparse brows I have. So let's get into both of these and let's talk about how they wear. And then I'm going to do a 12-hour wear test. So be sure to stay to the end to see if either of these hold up. Benefit's marketing does say that it is a 24-hour hold. Don't worry, I'm not gonna check back in with you for 20 hours. I don't need my brows to be up at 1 a.m. I'm not up at 1 a.m. But in the summer, the days are longer. I do need my brows to last about 12 hours. So let's get into it and see if $3 will do the job or do we need to pay $15. All right, what I find interesting about these two brow gels when you look at the how to apply them directions, the e.l.f. says to apply under your eyebrow pencil, where the Benefit says to apply after your eyebrow pencil, which is how I've always done it. This will take my brain a little bit of time to figure out, but we will get there. All right, in terms of the e.l.f., this is the mascara side, and then it has a brow side. I understand on the mascara side why you would want to put this on first and then coat your lashes. So in theory, it makes sense on the brow side. So that's what we're gonna do. In terms of the brush, it's a very small brush, about the size of a mascara wand, and then it's got a nice long handle so that you can grip onto it easily. I think if you're not slow enough, this could become a little bit messy because of how long this is, but I think we're gonna be fine with it. So I am just gonna go in and give my brows a little bit of grooming. Now, in full transparency, I did trim my brows earlier today, knowing this was the video we were gonna do because I had a few that look like Jack and the Beanstalk and needed to be trimmed, or else I'd be combing way up here, which is not the purpose of today's video. So this goes on nice and clear. It's not clumpy. It doesn't appear to be shiny. We're gonna see how it dries down. I wanna see how these go and if they get cloudy. That's one thing I really wanna test, because if they're shiny or even a natural finish, as the day wears on, do they oxidize a little bit and give more of a cloudy look to the brows? I don't know that. I've never had that happen on the Benefit side, and this is the brow gel that I've been wearing for a long time. So I myself am curious to see if e.l.f. can knock out my go-to holy grail clear eyebrow gel. Now, while that's drying, I'm going to apply brow pencil to the Benefit side because it does say to apply the gel over your eyebrow pencil. So I'm just gonna quickly go in and give myself some brows. And when I say quickly, you will see how quick I do this. And luckily, brows are supposed to look like sisters and not twins. There are some days that even a DNA 23andMe test wouldn't identify my brows as related at all. Now in summer, one of my go-to looks is more of a groomed brow, less eyeshadow. So I really let my brows, a little bit of mascara, and my lips and cheeks kind of do the work for me, and not such an emphasis on shadows. And part of the reason for that is because as we go through summer and it gets warm, you really want to minimize the powders. And there are some great cream eyeshadows on the market, so you can still use your eyeshadows. Just stick to creams. All right, so now that I have my brow there, I will go over it with the brow gel from Benefit. This is a cool brush because it comes with two different size combs on it. You can see there's a wider tooth comb area and a finer tooth comb area. This is pretty bendy, so it gives way as you're trying to go and do your brows. Some people like to apply this in the opposite direction and really coat them with the thinner side of the brush, and then apply your pencil and then take the thicker side of the brush and coat them. I don't necessarily like to go in the opposite direction first. I feel like that gives too much product and gives my brow sort of a false inflated look. So I like to take the thin combed side and just go over where I have applied that brow pencil and groom them so they do get some height, and I can maximize any height that I have. And then just really quickly coat them, and then I take this bottom arch and just comb it down. So that is sort of my final look for my brows. I will let this dry and then go back and show you guys what it looks like. Now that this side is dry, what I can say right off the bat is this does not dry crispy or stiff, where this side does, but I'm okay with that because no one's close enough to me in the process of a conversation, for example, where they're touching, no one's touching my brows anyway, but they don't look stiff from a distance or even up close. You know, back in the day when we would use Aquanet hairspray, you could talk to somebody from 6 feet, 8 feet away and you knew they had some really stiff hairspray in their hair. I don't ever want my eyebrows to look like that, and I don't get that with the Benefit, but they do hold really well and they get crispy is the best way to say it. This one doesn't feel crispy. It doesn't feel like there's any product on it at all, which is good. The Benefit does not look shiny either, which is important to note. So now that we have the e.l.f. side on, I will do the opposite of what I am used to doing and apply the product right on top of that, which, as I said earlier, that makes sense with the mascara process. So it stands to reason that you would do it this way with the eyebrow pencil, but for some reason in my brain, let me know if you had to do it one way or the other for the product to work correctly. And I don't think that's the case with either of these. I think they'll both work regardless of which order you put the product in. But what do you guys prefer? Do you put down your eyebrow pencil first and then your brow gel? Or would you prefer to do your brow gel first and then your eyebrow pencil? And maybe it doesn't even matter. I mean, I could retrain my brain either way. But right now it's trained to go brow pencil down first. I feel like with my hair getting lighter, I need a different brow pencil. I feel like this one's a little too olivey or cool toned for me. I've also noticed as I've gotten older, my brow game has changed because I don't like my brows as solid as I used to wear them. I like them a little bit more sparse looking, but groomed, if that makes sense. All right, so now that that side is done, I do feel like I need to go back in with my brow gel and give it a little bit of that spiky look like I have on that side. I prefer that look. I just feel like it's a little more, I don't know, maybe youthful is the word I'm looking for. And because this brow gel doesn't dry down stiff, and then I put eyebrow pencil in this sideways motion, I feel like I laid it all down. and that's not the look that I want. So I'm gonna go back in, and this is a good test for us to see, can you do it the other way? And I think the answer is gonna be yes. That just gives a little bit more of that spiky look that I like. I feel like they're a little thicker once I'm going to put the second coat on, but that's okay. I think doing this every day, I would do it in my normal order because I do like to have a little bit of that spikiness. And I can't quite get there with this. Is it the brush is a little big? Maybe it's the brush. Let's go with I think there's enough product in there. I think I can get it up with my regular brush. Yeah, I think that's the issue, guys, with the e.l.f. is I don't love that thicker brush. I like the smaller brush that Benefit offers. I feel like it just gives a cleaner look. Well, they look like they're from the same family tree. All right, so this one's definitely stiff feeling. Crunchy is probably the wrong word. I think I said that earlier. I don't think it's crunchy, it's just stiff. This one I'm gonna let dry down. And then we will see. I do like that this one dries down not shiny like I mentioned. It just looks like nice, beautiful brows. This one is, as it's drying down, it looks like it's drying down natural, non-shiny as well, which I love. And then, like I said, we will check back in 12 hours. So here's what they both look like now. And here's what the eyebrows look like 12 hours later. I just needed a little bit of lip gloss because, yeah, it's been looking a little bit like bedtime around here. But I wanted to make sure we could see how both of these brow gels, clear brow gels, lasted at the 12-hour mark because we're busy women and sometimes summer days are long for all the right reasons. So here's what we've got, you guys. This became pretty clear to me as the day wore on. For me, when I look at these two brows, the e.l.f. side looks blurred. It looks faded. It looks like the eyebrow pencil is sort of melted. So I don't like at all the definition of the brow. I think if I needed it to last 12 hours, it would be okay. I think from a distance, it probably looks fine until you compare it to the Benefit side, where this side, I still see the individual brow lift that I gave it, that groomed, almost waxed look. The definition of the brow is definitely more pronounced or more precise, more clear lines than the e.l.f. side. I feel like those lines got real blurred. The hair is not as spiky as I originally created it. So this was an easy one for me, again, as the hours went on. $3 versus $15. I would go ahead and pay the extra money for the Benefit because I think that it lasts a lot longer in the day, and I think that the amount that you get also equals probably quite a bit more. There's not a ton of product in there, and when you consider that this is 5 times more money, I do think you get quite a bit more product, breaking this down to be not that much more expensive than the Benefit. The other thing than the e.l.f. The other thing I didn't like about the e.l.f. was I don't like the formula. I don't feel like the formula works that well. And I don't like the size of that brush. I think it makes it hard, especially as we age, to comb the brow without getting this product all over that eyebrow area. To me, the Benefit was a much easier application because of the size of that brush. And I like the fact that I have 2 different volumes amounts that I can use in terms of the brush, whether it's the wide tooth or the fine tooth. For those reasons, I just like the Benefit much better. So clear-cut winner today. It is the Benefit Clear Brow Gel. I have used this one. I love this one. You know, when you go back and feel them, I was trying to decide earlier if they feel differently. This one feels like as if, remember when you put on extra hold hairspray and it was a little stiff feeling? That's how this one feels, and I'm totally fine with it. The e.l.f. feels like I used like that flexible hold hairspray. That's how it feels. It's not stiff, it's probably movable, but it didn't really hold at all for me. e.l.f. usually comes out on top in most of my Friday face-offs. Do you know, in my Friday face-offs, I've done e.l.f. products over 12 times, and 10 of the 12, e.l.f. has come out on top. This is just not one of them. That does it for me today, you guys. Let me know in the comments below if you even use a clear brow gel, or if because of this video you're gonna start using one. I use it as part of my regular routine. I won't go without brow gel because I like my brows to have that little bit of lift. I just think it's just part of my look. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in just a couple days. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.